Hey you guys, this is your girl Tiffany B, the lovely lady, and I am here again today with another video for you guys. This is part 3 of the Business Foundations installments, and I am so glad to be here with you guys. Thank you for coming and taking a moment to step into my channel and learn a little bit from me. I really appreciate it because when I first started, these type of videos were not around, or they weren't explained in a way that made sense to me as an e-commerce business owner. So we talked about so far in this series the business why. If you haven't watched that, definitely click, I think it's up here, the link, and then we'll go over the business why. The second video was the business vision and mission, and this third video, without further ado, is business values. Let's get right into it.
Audio testing 1 2 3. Audio testing 1 2 3.
Welcome to my channel, y'all. Welcome to my channel. So, you guys ready? Here we go. You have your personal values and you have your business values. And just like with every other business foundation principle that we've talked about, business why, business vision, and business mission, they are separate from your personal. I am not saying that your personal dreams or things that you're passionate about personally cannot inspire your business, but they should not be the principles, I should say, of which you necessarily base all of your business decisions on. Because when we do that, we start doing things a little selfishly in our business, and our business should be to meet the needs of our consumer. That is the focus. The target audience is the focus. Now, you can go about choosing which need you're meeting when it comes to some things that you're passionate about, things that you can get behind. But when it comes to really separating your business and your personal, you want to make sure that you have them, that you understand the difference and you understand the ways, in which ways that you apply your personal and your business values. Okay? So I recommend that you take a second and you write down your personal values, and then you write down the values of your business. What does your business really stand for? What are some things that are like non-negotiable when you're operating your business? Some things that may be business values are like size inclusivity, showing diversity in photography. And what are some other ones I wrote down? Race diversity, ethical labor practices, only working with manufacturers that ethically manufacture, resource sustainability, making sure you're working with manufacturers that aren't depleting the resources or damaging the earth. That may be something that's really important to you. So when it comes to your business values, now that you've written them down, take a moment now to decide how you're going to apply those in your business. Are you going to make sure that the manufacturers that you work with advertise and actually abide by the fact that they only use sustainable manufacturing practices? Are you going to make sure they abide by the fact that they pay their workers livable wages? You want to make sure, if that is one of your business values, you need to make sure that the companies you work with actually live up to those values. Are you going to make sure that you set aside a percentage of your profit to give back to the community? Are you going to sponsor a little league team? Are you going to, sponsor events in the city that go along with your business values and even your business mission? Maybe that is part of your mission and vision of giving back to the community. So you want to make sure that these business values are very real and attainable things, something that you can, that is tangible, because you want to take those values and use that in your business. Like again, I mentioned size inclusivity. That means that you want to make sure that you're buying, number one, pieces that are size inclusive. And we all know in women's clothing, that is extremely hard. Like, there's a fine line between small, medium, large, and then 1X, 2X, and 3X, and all the other sizes. And I'll be transparent. For me, size inclusivity is something that's really important to me when it comes to owning a boutique, which is why, another reason why it took me so long to launch, because I started going down the manufacturing road and then transparent realized, okay, I could not afford to manufacture the piece that I wanted to at the time. So I took a step back and was willing to wait and launch my boutique until I can do that. Or I decided, or I was going to go down the road of maybe, working my way to being able to manufacture. So I decided to go ahead and open my boutique, but then immediately set aside funds, or a percentage of my profit will go to manufacturing new pieces so that I can say that, hey, I now offer size inclusive pieces. Everything will not be small, medium, large, because maybe that is like a pet peeve of mine. Just put that out there. So at this point, we've talked about two things so far. We've talked about what business values are and knowing the difference between your business values and your personal values. Secondly, we talked about how are we going to apply those business values in our business. Like, what does it look like to actually take those words or those value phrases down and turn them into applicable things that we can really use to help identify and make our brand unique. So, number three, if you want to do even more research about how to make your brand unique and make sure you're standing out in the industry, we do this at every step, honestly, not just with business values, not just with business foundations, but you should be doing competitor research. I had to take a quick second and stop and talk about it's just not about competitor research. You also need to do target audience research. In the remaining part of the video, I talk a lot about competitor research, but again, you're going to hear me say this 1,000 times, 1,000 times, 1,000 times, because I see it so bad in the boutique industry and all of the boutique memberships and stuff, the same places we all frequent. Everybody's making decisions based off of what they like, and it is not it. What values are important to your target audience? What do they care about? Do they care about size inclusivity? Do they care about the earth? Are they, Earth Day just happened when I'm editing this video, even though I shot this video like a month ago, but Earth Day is like happening right now as I'm editing it. What does your audience care about? If they don't care about Earth Day, guess what? That's probably not a pillar that you necessarily should be focusing on in your business, or maybe even like necessarily promoting. I'm not saying that you can't use your business as a way to do good in the world, but when it comes to marketing and making sure you're marketing towards your target audience, what does your target audience care about? So I just want to throw that in there real fast. We're going to get back to competitor research, but do not forget to focus on your target audience. You should be checking out your competitors. What are their business values? Write them down. Then do some research. Are they actually living their values? Are they actually doing what they say their business values are? Go and see, are they giving back to the community if that's something that they say is important? Are they really being innovative if they say they want to be innovative? Are they really providing fast fashion to everyday moms? Are they really doing what they say their business values are? And if you notice that maybe their business values are something that align with your brand, or something like, ooh, I didn't even think about that, but I love it. How can you tweak that, or maybe do a little bit differently in your own community or in your own business? How can you really make that part of your brand? So doing competitor research is like, honestly, it's like it never ends. It's something that you continually do day in and day out. I'm not saying that you have to do it every day, but it definitely is something that you should be doing like quarterly in your business, because you want to make sure that you're still relevant in the industry. You want to make sure that you're keeping up with your competitors. You're not falling behind. Say if your thing is to be innovative, like I said earlier, well, what if you think you're being innovative, but you look at your competitors and you're like, wait, they're light years ahead of me. So how is that? Why is that? And what we call this competitor analysis is we say SWOT analysis, SWOT. So this is your homework. I'm not going to sit here and explain to you what a SWOT analysis is, because there's so many videos, and as a dedicated business owner, we should be taking the time to educate ourselves about certain things. So your homework is to Google SWOT analysis and do that for your business. And if you haven't already, I know with every video that I make, or every business foundations video I've made a workbook as well. They're on my website, which is linked below, and I have a business values workbook that literally takes you through everything that I've just talked about in this video and a little bit more. And it also reinforces some of the concepts that I've stated in this video. And actually, the original plan was to have the videos just be to accompany the workbooks. So if you have not yet, definitely go to my website and get those workbooks. And lastly, I've been thinking about doing a competitor workbook, and actually, so low-key, you guys know that I'm working on launching my own boutique. So I've taken and written down different competitor research tools and tactics, and I do have it in a workbook format, but I haven't actually launched it on my website. So if you are interested in that, let me know in the comments, and I will definitely do that. And in the meantime, I'm here to provide you with resources. That was my whole point of going down this like journey when it comes to talking about e-commerce things, was to provide you with the resources you needed to help succeed in your boutique. Jazz X Anye has a banging competitor research video. Like, oh my gosh, like honestly, I have not heard anybody talk about competitor research in the way that she's talked about it and really break it down into the tangibles. Everyone says to do competitor research and they tell you to go to these people's websites, they tell you to go to their Instagram, but she breaks it down as to what you should be doing when you're on their websites and their Instagram and their social media, when you Google them, everything. She tells you what you should be doing. So I'm going to link that video and it's in here, up here as I think whatever they call like a tag, whatever. It's going to be up here for you to go watch it. That is a must have. Even if I put a video up about competitor research and a workbook up, still go watch her because the homegirl is amazing when it comes to that video. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. The next video that you will see will be technically the first video when I'm talking about the business foundations when it comes to the new boutique that I am launching. So if you have not yet, hit that subscribe button and get the notification bells because you do not want to miss out on this series. Thanks for watching. This is your girl Tiffany B, the lovely lady. Peace.